Hi, how's it going?
Good.
I'm doing a little international video because today's the National Voter Registration Day, and you guys are out here. So I'm recording. I just wanted to learn more about what you guys are doing out here. Give us your little spiel.
We are registering people to vote, or if they need to update their address,
Okay.
they can fill out one of these forms. We can send it back to our office. We'll get them into the system.
Okay. So you're out here at Civic Center Eats for the day. Are you at other places as well?
Not today.
Not today.
Yep. So we're not. We have other recording that we're talking to you.
Okay.
So
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Continue.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You just walked up on me. I couldn't tell what you're.
Yeah.
yeah. So there are other partners around the city. So we've got New Era, Colorado. They're doing stuff out on the college campuses.
Nice.
And then we have VOTA. They're doing other events across the city as well.
Okay.
So it's kind of a coalition of folks here in Denver, and then of course nationwide, it's a national event.
Of course,
so
of course.
Everyone kind of across the country is kind of focused on that today.
Excellent. So how long are you guys out here today?
So today we're out here we started at 11. We'll be out here till 2. So
Okay.
a bit longer.
Excellent.
And if folks can't join us here in person, Colorado, you can always update or register online at govotecolorado.com. And then
Fantastic.
you can always come into our office at any time as well. And then you can register all the way through Election Day in Colorado. So any of the vote centers, when they open, you can do that in person as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Yep, I didn't mean to roll up, but I saw your tripod there. I'm PIO.
Oh, Brian.
Nice to meet you, Brian.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So your PIO is what?
Public
Point-
Information Officer for the elections office.
Perfect.
here.
So what do we got here with the booth?
This is Holland Votes. This is our mobile vote center.
Okay, so tell me about it.
I'll tell you all about it.
Fantastic.
So what we're able to do is during an actual election, it's actually part of our plan. And so we take it around and use it as a mobile polling place. So it
Nice.
helps us fill in areas where, because of accessibility or whatever, we may not be able to put a brick and mortar place in. And
Okay.
so it'll be in use for this upcoming election, and it'll be in use for all 3 elections in 2020.
So when we do this November election,
All you have to do is go to denvervotes.org, and you'll be able to see a list of locations.
of locations. So you have more than one of these booths, or is this
We
the
just
only
have
one?
So we rotate it around. So on Monday of this upcoming election, and then Tuesday election day, it'll be at the Swansea Rec Center.
Okay.
Up in sort of northwest.
Okay, Elaria, Swansea, yeah, District 1, maybe one of our lower income communities. Do they have lower propensity to vote as well, or is it just like
Well,
it's
that
harder to put
varies
the boxes
because-
out? Or
Well, we're also putting in additional boxes. We're putting in boxes, and I can't remember them off the top of my head, but there will be one at the Swansea Rec, a 24-hour box. There'll be one at the Montbello Branch Library. There'll be one at the Corky Gonzalez Library. There'll be one at Westwood/Swick.
Okay.
And then there's one rec center, I want to say maybe La Familia.
and yeah, because like I know like Corky Gonzalez didn't have a voting box,
Right.
so they had a temporary polling, like something like this. Maybe I drove by it one day
Exactly.
on the bus and I saw
And so
it.
that helps us, sort of self-fill in gaps. This thing actually, when we're using it for voter purposes, is essentially a mobile polling place. People have the ability to come in and put on our accessible tablets. They also have the ability
So you got a drop-off box
to
here.
drop off.
It's fantastic. And then so that inside you actually, just like any other polling spot,
Yep.
you'd be able to get registered outside or whatever to the person, ID yourself, and then come up to one of these
And
kiosks.
if we're in an actual election mode, we'd actually have the
voting
voter
boxes.
accessible tablets here. And then for accessibility purposes, we would also have voting available under the tent in case someone can't
Wheelchair.
get physically up.
And it's a couple of easy steps. That's wonderful. So you're ADA compliant, you're mobile, you have more people to access the rights, the responsibility to vote.
Exactly.
And making it as easy. Well, Colorado, I have to tell you, Colorado is one of the most amazing states for voting, right? Because we all get ballots.
Exactly. And that's something that a lot of people play the hand in changing that legislation because it is trending that direction anyhow. And so there was a time, and it also helps keep voter confusion down.
Yeah.
There was a time when in personal elections, we would just send them automatically. And then, of course, your phone's reading the next election, where's my ballot? sent me one last time. Well, you have to understand, this is a partisan election, so you have to go one. Now everyone gets one, and now you have the opportunity to drop it off in person at our vote centers. We also allow drive-through ballot drop-off out of your car.
Yeah.
So we try to make it as easy as possible for the voters to use our tools, and then when we're off from election cycle, we can use this to go around for events like today, National Voter Registration Day. We've taken it down to the mayor's cabinet in the community. We've taken it down to college campuses.
How many high schools has this thing been at so that before she turns 18?
See, I don't think we've made it to any high schools. We've had it for about 2 years now.
I think that would be an important project, is to get it to every high school.
Yeah, that's something that we're looking at. We want to be able to beef up our outreach. Because to your point, because two things are going on. 16-year-olds, as you mentioned, can now register due to a change in state law. Anyone who turns 18 by the general election in 2020 can vote in the primary. So if you're 17 in 2020, you can vote in the primaries as long as you'll be 18 by the big November election.
Wait, let me understand this. This is brand new to me.
It is brand new. It's brand new law.
You are telling me that if somebody's in high school today and they're a senior, we'll imagine,
Yes.
and they're 17 years old and their 18th birthday is November 4th, 2020, that 17-year-old is going to be able to vote November 5th, 2019.
Correct.
Will they also?
Well, no, they'll be 18 by then, but the 17.
No, the 18. So 19. They'll be able to vote November 19th in November of 2019 as a 17-year-old if they're 18 by 2020. Let me break.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's one reason you haven't seen a lot of publicity about that yet. That's a 2020 thing. Okay, so if someone will be 18 by the November 2020 election, let's say they're 17 in time for the March 3rd presidential primary or the June 30th state primary, they can vote in those 2020 primaries as long as they'll be 18 on or before election day.
But they cannot vote this November.
Correct.
Okay, so that starts for January 1st, 2020, essentially.
Correct.
If you're gonna be 18 by the November 5th election of that year,
Correct.
you get to vote in anything that happens throughout beforehand.
You can vote in the primaries that happen because, we are restoring the presidential primary because the voters voted to do that.
Yeah.
So Colorado's going to be a Super Tuesday state in 2020. So we'll be voting on March 3rd and then again in late June of 2020. So
Wow.
we have 3 elections next year, so we're trying to already spread the word and make sure it's the easiest people to be registered and participate.
That's wonderful. What was your name, sir?
Alton, ALTON.
Brian Loma. I'm on a channel that isn't always as educational as this, and I'm trying to get it there. So I really appreciate it. And this is fun. A mobile voting booth that gets the vote to people. And obviously, you've got a lot of responsibility. We're in September already.
Oh yeah.
And you're telling me that by January 2020, because there's an election in January.
There's an election in March of 2020.
Oh, in March. So you've got to be in the schools educating people about their right to vote at 17.
So one of the things that there are a couple things that are going on, and don't quote me, I know you may be recording what I'm saying, is we've been working with some of the external voter education.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, like the Mi Familia,
New Era. And
New Era, yeah.
Because Inspire, who works kind of exclusively in that space, I think they may be making some organizational changes. But we have what's called the Deputy Registrar Program, where every high school has a designated person in charge of voter registration that we liaise with. That's in
Gotcha.
state law.
It's wonderful.
And then we also work with our local school district here, and then the Secretary of State also has a program where they have the Liza Pickle Route Award. They go around and actually give an award to schools who hit, I believe it's an 85% registration number with their senior classes.
Wow, that's
So
great.
we try, that's why we do so much social. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Is trying to reach all audiences, reach our younger audiences, but not leave our old school audiences behind. So we also do mailings and try to do as much, earned media as possible, just so no one's getting shut out from the information based on how they take it in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think though that's like, if there's one department that people can love in their local community government, it should be the election office. That it should be, right? That you're getting out there, you're reminding people about their constitutional rights. I imagine, Constitution Day is probably a little important. I work with Denver elections on ballot issues.
Okay.
And we've always found it extensively easy to work with Denver elections. And Denver elections actually is one a lot of people don't know, but our viewers will learn that one of the first online ballot initiative efforts in the country, to the degree that the Denver Votes program went to Washington, D.C.
This is true, yes. We pioneered mobile petitioning here. So to your point, we consider not only the voters our customers, but also the campaigns, the ballot issue committees, the media, anyone who needs information. We always try to make sure that information is flowing.
Well, that's great. I really appreciate your time today.
Yes, sir.
I saw the kids out here this morning. They were walking up and asking people, "Are you registered to vote? Have you moved?" And at first, I was conscientious that they were walking up to people that were more affluently dressed.
Gotcha.
And as I paused and appreciated them, I noticed how their mentors were taking them into the homeless community to ask everybody. And I thought, like, this is powerful things that are going on.
Yes.
But I had too much to do, and I wanted to come back and really get a good interview on this. So.
And that is the Downtown Denver Expeditionary School. And so this will be, I think they've partnered with us at least 3 years in that role.
Nice.
So that's part of expeditionary learning, is getting away from the desk and out into the community.
Well,
so I was glad to have them.
Yeah, and I want to point this out too because I'm loving this right here. This woman right here is putting things separated by waste, compost, or recyclability. I'm one of the people that helped bring this program to Civic Center Eats.
Oh, thank you.
And last year we actually did. I had an awning and a game on my table, and so every person came up. Okay, I'll show you how to put your stuff away and can play this game and learn. And it was so successful. You see this, she's like, oh, this is compost. The straw, that must be compost too. Maybe, maybe not. And yeah, the plastic container. How do we know those things? Because the vendors are required to have that in their contract. To be out here, they have to have recyclable and compostable stuff. So, yeah. Again, have a wonderful day. I really
Thank
appreciate
you so much.
it.
Didn't mean to come rolled up on
No,
you.
no, it's
I
cool.
saw your gear and it's like, okay, that's my job.
Yeah. No, it's great. They tried to get you or whatever, but I had already had the camera up and running, so they just went with it.
Not a problem.
Appreciate you. Yep. So thanks for joining us on National Voter Registration Day here in downtown Denver at Civic Center Eats and Denver Elections, denvervota.org or denvervotes.org, depending on your language preference. And again, our 3 stream systems here. Should we do a little audit? Let's see. What's in there? Oh, look at that. Compostables. No, are these compostables? Let's find out. Oh, it says greenware. That's how you know. Food, all that stuff right there. That straw. See, she had a paper straw in that cup, didn't she? That's wonderful. This is that's recycling paper, right? And so there's very little trash in there. A little bit of compostable, possibly, but that's all right.
Yep, all paper can be composted.
Oh, okay. And so, yeah, I thought paper was more recycled, but my
All of those, yep, and
we've got,
the ones that are lined with wax are BPI certified.
and that's because we have 2 things going on here. One is that the vendors have to have certain
Some of them
qualifications.
don't, but yeah, they're supposed to, because there's some
Yeah.
items that have been like their cutlery, Some of the cups are only recyclable.
Okay. And
And
tell
we have an industrial composter here that's through Alpine, so we can take. There's other.
It's not
stuff that
Alpine
we can
anymore.
take. It's not.
now they changed the name of the company. They got bought out. I can't remember what it is.
Am I on camera?
Oh yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay. I didn't sign anything to be put on anything.
Oh no, I did. I don't expect that. So it's cool.
Well, you're taking a photo of me without my permission.
You're in live public venue, and you're
Who's it for?
huh?
Who's it for?
Cut the Plastic. It's my my channel on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually came out because I helped to initiate this process.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have any composting or recycling here
In the city?
at Civic Center Eats in 2018 until I, amongst other people, formed a committee and got the Civic Center Eats and the Civic Center Conservancy to try it for a week.
Yeah.
And so you volunteer or paid today?
I volunteer with Scraps.
You're volunteer with Scraps. It's wonderful. So the this program, which is contracted for Scraps, is the contractor on it. We tried it for a week last year, and Civic Center Eats, the authority, everybody found it so effective that they just mandated. They put a bid out, and put it into the financial steps in the process.
So who does the industrial composting now?
I can't remember the name of the company. I've seen it everywhere, but I just haven't paid attention to it. They bought out Alpine
Okay. Was that recently?
in the last 6 months. Yeah. So.
I just moved here like 2 months ago.
Oh, awesome. Well, congratulations. We have a lot of constitutional advocates. We're just accustomed to run our cameras live, educate the world, and unless I'm going to get to the level of like major production studio, the Constitution and the state of Colorado actually gives one-party consent here. So.
Yeah. I mean, you should still be conscious of that just because.
Oh, sure. I thought you understood when I was talking into my camera and pointing everything around that I was. And see the tripod?
Yeah, I just want to let you know which ones can still be composted because that's my job.
Gotcha. Appreciate it. So there you go, folks. 1 aluminum can, 2 aluminum cans, and look at all that great compostables.
Yeah, cutlery too. They can all go in there.
No, your forks go in there too.
Compost, that's the landfill. Yep. Okay. The other ones are made from corn. Thank you.
Great job, folks. So this is Civic Center Eats, and we've done a little bit of Denver elections and the composting. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a great day.